You're watching Pulse for the 11th or 12th of January, and it's time for some Diablo news. In this week's episode, we take a look at Diablo's 15-year anniversary celebrations, some release date news and drama, rumors about Diablo 3's console development, and more. Let's get to it. First up in our news, Diablo has turned 15. Yes, it was actually a couple of days ago, but it did happen, and the guys over at Blizzard have a 15-year anniversary page up on the official Diablo 3 community sites. There are a couple of extras to have a look at here, including interviews with Jay Wilson and Chris Medson, and an extended Diablo retrospective video to have a look at. I would say that both the page and the videos are well worth having a look at. The timeline was especially interesting to me. You can see that Diablo 1 was launched all the way back in 1996, with Diablo 2 following in the year 2000. The expansion for Diablo 2, The Lord of Destruction, came out in 2001. You don't see that nowadays, an expansion launching only a year after the original game. Along with this, the Blizzard guys give us a quick rundown of Diablo 1, Diablo 2, and The Lord of Destruction. They also ask us to remember a few memorable moments from said games, like the first time you heard the butcher say,
"Fresh meat."
The opening chords from the Tristram Town theme, dying to Duriel in Act 2, the secret cow level, and many others. Well worth having a look at. They also link us to all the Diablo 2 screenshots and a bunch of cinematics. Very nostalgic. Anyway, have a look at the Diablo series' 15-year anniversary page below and enjoy. There is, as you can see, also some pretty cool Diablo artwork on there, so that alone should make it well worth having a look at. Now we're going to move straight along to the next piece of news. We're going to talk about the recent release date drama. So a couple of days ago, Best Buy started advertising that they were having a midnight launch for Diablo 3 on February the 1st of 2012. Yes, that's actually only a couple of weeks from now. Now before you get your hopes up or anything like that, this has already been shot down. Blizzard let us know that retailers will not know a date until it's officially announced through a press release. So the chances are we're going to know at the same time as them. But they did say that they can't really keep every individual retail shop from making a date up. So who knows, maybe that specific Best Buy was just trying to get some publicity for itself. That's not the end of it though. Apparently UK retailer Gameplay was also showing a February 3 release date, which seemed to just add even more fuel to the release date fire. Now one interesting extra is that the guys from joystick.com contacted this Best Buy that had the sign up and spoke to a manager there. The manager said that the sign had been taken down as directive from the store's general manager, and not because the manufacturer had asked, but because the manufacturer had not been very firm in picking its launch date. And yes, the manufacturer in question would be Blizzard, or at least their distribution partners. So while this doesn't really tell us very much of anything, it's still quite a bit of fun to follow. Blizzard say that their official target is still early 2012, and no, that's not quarter 1, it's just early 2012. So you guys can let me know what you think about all of this. Do you think we're going to be seeing Diablo 3 in quarter 1 of 2012, or are we going to be waiting a little bit longer for it? We do know that Blizzard usually end their betas just before the launch of the game, and we were told that they usually try to announce their release dates at least 2 months before release. You can obviously, if you're interested, read all about this release date drama below. As a quick extra, Bashiok let us know that they will probably make a trial edition of the game at some point. It's going to be sort of like a demo, but it's a little bit better because it's essentially the full version of the game with some locks put in certain areas. Now the last thing tying in with this is that Jay Wilson apparently did a write-up of a lot of good new information on the Diablo 3 development status, which will apparently be released in the near future. Let's hope that's the very near future. So the chances are this will just be a blog post on the official community site or something along those lines, but either way, I can't wait to see it. Again though, read all about that below, and now let's move on to our next piece of news. Diablo console development. So we already know and have known for quite some time that Blizzard is quite actively seeking new members for their team, and they're set to help out with the Diablo 3 console development project. A recent tweet from Bashiok has once again confirmed this and let us know who the project lead designer is. If you're wondering, it's Josh Mosquera. So this obviously got everyone all hyped up and ready for a console version of Diablo 3, but Blizzard did reply and said that Bashiok's response on Twitter was just intended as a confirmation that they're still just exploring the possibility. This is once again not a confirmation that Diablo 3 is coming to any console platform. Their focus right now is still just finishing the PC and Mac versions of the game and making sure that it's a worthwhile successor to the Diablo series. Honestly, I think Diablo 3 would play incredibly well on consoles. I have said this before. Although I will be playing it on PC myself, I still think that it's going to be something that console players would probably want to pick up. So yes, the news was pretty full of rumors this week, but it's not so bad. Honestly, as long as the rumors are interesting, I'm all for it. With that done, let's head on over to the Diablo 3 Smalls. First up in the Smalls, over at the official site, have a look at a new wallpaper and some fan art. That fan art is definitely worth checking out. Then read all about Razer's new Fiona project. That's a handheld tablet that's apparently equivalent in power to PCs. Well worth having a look at, and I didn't think I'd cover it fully in this episode because it's not really Diablo related. Next, read how Chris Metzen is helping write a Transformers comic. See some photos from a Book of Cain sign-in. Read about the South Korean rating delays. Check out some images of a leaked Diablo 3 manual. Have a look at the latest Diablo 3 weekly wallpaper post over at Diablo Inc. Gamers, and this is titled Angels and Demons. Then you can watch the latest Diablo podcast, that's number 54, and it's titled The Big Beta Debate, Part 1. Also right here on YouTube, you can check out Purgatory for January the 9th, and you can see some Diablo 3 cinematic extras. These were actually part of the 15-year anniversary video, but were shortly after being discovered, taken down. There are some extras in there that we haven't seen yet, so probably also worth checking out. Sadly, that's all I'm going to be covering in this week's news. There are a bunch of extra smalls below, and most of them are just skills being ruined. All the various websites have been ruining a bunch of skills and uploading videos of that to YouTube, so you can check those out below. And there are a couple of blue posts to have a look at as well. Check back here soon for more news. Like the video, favorite it, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Most importantly though, happy once again guessing the Diablo 3 release date.